But I really don't, I have no pain, no discomfort. People say, "Hey, what did you do right?" And I say, don't ask. I don't know. I'm rather lazy, and I think, I've always thought that anger is one thing that eats up a person's insides, and hate. And I never really was able to work up a feeling of hate. You know, the things I don't like, people I don't like and disapprove of, but I never really was able to do a white heat kind of hate. And my father was a person who was constantly upset by the state of things in his life and everything. And it did take him at 74 years old. I think that is one of the chief things that kept me going.
I love Dick Van Dyke, and I honestly don't know whether or not he is a born-again believer or not. I really hope he is, but he really is right about what he's saying here, that anger and hatred can literally eat a person's health up. The Bible talks about the root of bitterness in a person springing up and troubling them and defiling them. When people yield to anger and bitterness and rage and unforgiveness, it can literally eat a person up from the inside. And like Dick Van Dyke said, it can have to do with a person's lifespan. The Bible also says that the way that we know we've passed from death unto life is that we love the brethren. That doesn't mean you'll never be tempted to be angry with anybody or even be tempted with feelings of hatred. But if you'll check on the inside of you, if you're truly born again, there is love on the inside of you for every single person that you encounter. It doesn't mean you approve of their actions, doesn't mean you always tolerate everything that's going on behavior-wise, but you can still yield to the compassion of God and the love of God on the inside of you toward a person, and that will help you live a longer and happier life. Bitterness and unforgiveness are spiritual poison, and they can actually affect your natural health as well. So if there's someone that you are struggling to forgive right now, let me encourage you, forgiving them is not only for their sake, but for your sake. And more importantly, it's for God's sake. It's for Christ's sake. The Bible tells us to be kind, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God also has forgiven us. That doesn't mean you have to approve of everything. Doesn't mean you have to go along with something that's not right. But in your own heart, you need to guard against that root of bitterness, lest it spring up, grow up, increase, and trouble you, and defile you, and affect you.